Happy morning, students. How are you all? Hope you're doing fine. Welcome to your geography class. The topic for today is maps and diagrams. Yes, representation of geographical features with the help of maps and diagrams. So let's start. There are various ways of representing the earth like maps, globes, sketches, plans and diagrams. Here we are going to talk about maps and diagrams. So let's discuss map first. People use or read maps for different reasons. For example, we often use them when we are traveling to villages, towns or cities that we are not familiar with. News reporters use maps to tell us where things are happening in the world. Pilots use them to navigate the skies, and fishermen to navigate the seas. Maps are one of the oldest forms of non-verbal communication. Every culture in every part of the world makes and uses maps. They are used as research tools and as source of information. So, what is a map? A map is a visual representation of an entire area or a part of an area typically represented on a flat surface. Let me simplify. Maps are drawings that give us information about a place at a particular time. These are representation of the real world drawn accurately on a flat surface. But how is it possible? Yes, there is an art, science behind it. The art, science and technology of making maps is called cartography. Yes, it is possible with the help of cartography. It is the art, science and technology of map making. Maps have existed since the time of the Egyptian, Mesopotamian and Chinese civilizations, with the latter maps dating back to 6,000 years. Yes, so cartography, the science and art of map making. A person who makes map is a cartographer. The role of the cartographer is to understand the subject matter of maps and also how the map will be likely used. A compilation of many maps is called an atlas. Maps are of different types. The first category can be on the basis of details that need to be shown in a map. Depending on the kind of details, we have first physical map. A physical map is one which shows the physical features of a place or country like rivers, mountains, forests and lakes. This is our physical map of India. So you can see all the physical features shown here. It can be rivers, mountains, valleys, plains, and other surface features. Next is political map. Political map shows the state and national boundaries of a place. So you can see all these boundaries of different states and union territories. Next is thematic map. Thematic map shows a particular theme such as temperature variation, rainfall distribution, or population. It can also show climate, agriculture, minerals, etc. For example, we have this map which is showing major soil types of India. So these are different types of soils, okay, how they are distributed in the entire country. Next is topographic maps. Now, what do you mean by topographic? Topos means place, graphy means to describe. So, these are topographic maps which give detailed information about local landforms, streams, rivers, canals, roads, buildings, structures, railway tracks, and other features of small area. These maps are based on an accurate survey of land, These maps are useful to people such as surveyors and civil engineers engaged in the construction of buildings, roads, bridges, and other structures. They are also useful for military purposes. This is how a topographic map looks like. The defining feature of a two-dimensional topographical map is its contour lines. Now you can see these brown color contour lines. A contour line is a line joining points of equal elevation on a surface. Topographic maps are detailed, accurate graphic representations of features that appear on Earth's surface. These features can be roads, buildings, lakes, rivers, mountains, valleys, etc. So we have covered 4 different types of maps: physical maps, political maps, thematic maps, and topographic maps. Now come to our next category, types of maps based on scale. Let's start. Yes, maps can also be divided into 2 categories based on the scale used to draw them. That is, small scale maps and large scale maps. Small scale maps show a larger geographic area. Let me explain. Small scale maps refer to world maps or maps of large regions such as continents or large nations. In other words, they show large areas of land on a small space. For example, world map, country map, or a map of a state. Next is large scale maps. These maps show a smaller geographic area with great detail. For example, details of cities, towns, or villages. So let's differentiate both. Small scale maps. These maps show a larger area in less detail. Obviously, you're showing a very big area, so you cannot go to each and every minute detail of it. Next is large scale maps. Now these maps show a small area in more detail. Okay, so they just take a map of a village or a town or a city, but they show each and every detail in that. Small scale maps, various relief features like seas, mountains, valleys, etc. are shown on these maps. But in large scale maps, these maps show the details of cities, towns, or villages. Small scale maps, the scale may be 1 centimeter is equal to half kilometer. Means half kilometer of the land, okay, is scaled down to 1 centimeter on a paper, on a map. But in large scale maps, the scaling is done in this form, that is 1 centimeter is equal to 100 kilometers or 1 centimeter is equal to 500 kilometers. Means 500 kilometer area, okay, is shown as 1 centimeter on the paper, on the map. Now, as maps are drawn on a flat surface, they cannot show Earth's curved surface without significant distortions. Then what to do? Yes, globes help to counter that problem. Did you know that there is a way for you to see the entire world at a glance? Surprised? Yes, with the help of a globe. One can see the entire Earth at a glance. Not just the different continents and oceans, you can even see the different lines like latitudes and longitudes on the globe. But what is this globe and what are the latitudes and longitudes? Let's find out more about globe. A globe is a true model of the Earth in a very compact form. In a globe, there is a needle called axis that is fixed through the globe in a tilted manner. The axis of the globe passes through 2 extreme points known as poles, North Pole and South Pole. The axis is shown in the form of a needle on a globe. In reality, the Earth has no axis. The word globe comes from the Latin word globus, meaning sphere. A globe is a spherical model of Earth. Globe versus a map. A globe differs from a map in many aspects. Let's talk about it. A globe can be used to get a broad level picture of the world, while maps provide more specific information about different places. Let us look at some key points of difference between a globe and a map. A globe is a three-dimensional sphere, while a map is just two-dimensional. Globes are made of hard materials and cannot be folded, making them difficult to be carried around. However, you can easily fold and carry maps all along with you. The globe represents the whole Earth, whereas a map may represent the whole Earth or just a part of it. A globe, being spherical in shape, spins around an axis. However, maps are a representation on a piece of paper, does not spin. Yes, both have their advantages and disadvantages. Now let's move to our next topic, that is sketch. Suppose you invite your friend on a party at your residence and he does not know your address. You may explain him that how he will reach at your place by drawing a rough diagram of the locality and its road. So, a sketch is a rough drawing showing the relative locations of a few chosen features of an area. It does not show the true shape or size of the features, and it is not drawn to scale. That is, the distance between the different features shown in sketch is not in the same proportion as it is on land. A sketch is only a rough representation of the area. It is usually used to show people how to go from one place to another. In other words, while a map is an accurate representation of an area, a sketch is a rough representation of an area drawn only to give a general sense of some features of the area. Clear? So, a sketch is different from a map. It is a rough drawing of an area based on memory and spot observation and not to scale. It helps to locate or show places where we want to go. Directions and distances are shown in a sketch, but it does not use a scale. Now let's come to the last topic for today, that is plans. Plans are a set of two-dimensional diagrams or drawings used to describe a place or an object, or to communicate building or fabrication instructions. In simple words, a plan is a drawing that shows the horizontal section of a small area or a building. It is drawn to scale. It is useful because it tells us where exactly things are on the ground. Let's have a look on this school floor plan. A map and a plan are very similar. Both show an area just as it would look when seen from above. So you can have a clear idea where are the classrooms, where is the main hall, nursery, okay? Then all these things are shown in different colors which are here given in the key. But while a map shows a large area, a plan is normally drawn for a small area. So while a plan shows a school or a part of neighborhood, a map shows a whole city, district or state. So I hope all the topics which I have talked about are clear to you. Till the time, enjoy this short video related to our topic.
Hello everyone, today we will understand types of maps and its components. A map is a representation or a drawing of the Earth's surface, or a part of it drawn on a flat surface according to a scale. Maps are useful to us for various purposes. One map shows a small area and a few facts. Another map may contain as many facts as a big book. When many maps are put together we get an atlas. Atlases are of various sizes, measurements drawn on different scales. Maps provide more information than a globe. There are different types of maps. 1. Physical maps. Maps showing natural features of the Earth such as mountains, plateaus, plains, rivers, oceans, etc. are called physical or relief maps. 2. Political maps. Maps showing cities, towns and villages, and different countries and states of the world with their boundaries are called political maps. 3. Thematic maps. Some maps focus on specific information, such as road maps, rainfall maps, maps showing distribution of forests, industries, etc. are known as thematic maps. Components of maps. There are 3 components of maps: distance, direction and symbol. Distance. As we cannot show the actual distance on Earth between 2 places, we use a scale for this purpose. Scale is the ratio between the actual distance on the ground and the distance shown on the map. For example, the distance between place X and place Y is 10 kilometers. If you show this 10 kilometers distance by 2 centimeters on a map, it means 1 centimeter on the map will show 5 kilometers on the ground. The scale of your drawing will be 1 centimeter equals 5 kilometers. Thus, scale is very important in any map. If you know the scale, you will be able to calculate the distance between any 2 places on a map. There are 2 types of scale maps. When large areas like continents or countries are to be shown on a paper, then we use a small scale. For example, 5 centimeters on the map shows 500 kilometers of the ground. It is called a small scale map. When a small area like your village or town is to be shown on paper, then we use a large scale, that is 5 centimeters on the map shows 500 meters only on the ground. It is called a large scale map. Direction. There are 4 major directions: north, south, east, and west. They are called cardinal points. Other 4 intermediate directions are northeast, NE, southeast, SE, southwest, SW, and northwest, NW. We can locate any place more accurately with the help of these intermediate directions. Symbols. Different features such as buildings, roads, bridges, trees, railway lines, or a well are shown by different symbols. These symbols give a lot of information in a limited space. There is an international agreement regarding the use of these symbols. These are also called conventional symbols. Various colors are used for the same purpose. For example, generally blue is used for showing water bodies, brown for mountain, yellow for plateau, and green is used for plains. A sketch is a drawing mainly based on memory and spot observation. Such a rough drawing is drawn without scale and is called a sketch map. A plan, on the other hand, is a drawing of a small area on a large scale. For example, architectural plan of a building. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next topic, major domains of the Earth.
Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day. Good day. Bye.